I've coached people out of this business because it doesn't align to who they are, and that's okay. And so really take this assessment, help you out find out where you're stuck, where you're failing, and where we can make some immediate adjustments to help you guys grow. I want to wrap with this. So I had just finished my first marathon, which was a very monumental, hard thing for me. 40 years old, first marathon. The most I had ran up to that point was, the 5K beer runs, right? Go have some fun, go 3.1 miles, drink some beer, have a good time. But, made that commitment, to honor my mom and ended up honoring my dad and really running, my first marathon, New York City Marathon. And I remember sitting in LA and at Content and Commerce. It was Digital Marketers event it was the last Content and Commerce that they did. And I remember sitting there, and it was the first time I had the opportunity to hear Jesse Itzler from stage and hear Jesse speak. And you've ever been in a room, right? The speaker is speaking directly to you, and he was really, I felt that, and he hit me something right between the eyes. And he said, one of the worst things for us to do as human beings is accomplish a major milestone in our life and not immediately reset the goal to continue to push ourselves to be bigger and better. And I was like, shit. That was monumental for me, right? To be able to do that. And yet I hadn't reset the goal. And then in typical Michael Reese fashion, I get a text message from him with a link to Ironman Florida, 10-year anniversary. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? What is Ironman? I have no clue what this is. And see, I'm of the belief that you don't commit and figure it out. I'm of the belief that you figure out what it is, reverse engineer out what it's going to take for that to be successful, and then ask yourself, am I willing to commit to that? And I did that. I did the homework. I reverse engineered it. And I said, yeah, I'm going to commit to it. Well, knucklehead myself, since I had figured out how to run a marathon on my own, I could figure out how to run a full Ironman, right? If you guys aren't familiar, it's 2.6 miles in the water, 112 miles on the bike, and then a full marathon. So that gets you, over 140 miles between the three disciplines. And so I start on the path, start training, and I get about 2 months from the event, and I am just utterly lost, right? I've got more questions than I can find solutions for. And what happened is that the challenge got greater than the skill set that I had. And it was causing a tremendous amount of anxiety. And it was one of those aha moments, right? And I was in the mirror moment of like, dude, you're the biggest dummy on the planet. Okay. Get a coach. Stop messing around. You're a coach. Get a dang coach. And I did, first coach, and thank goodness. I mean, it was devastating because Hurricane Michael came through, destroyed Panama City Beach. So we weren't able to race Ironman Florida that year. However, it did give us 4, 5, 6 extra months of training with a coach under structure to develop the skill sets to then go race Ironman Texas and later Ironman Florida that year. And, with a coach, with a game plan, with accountability, being able to push and develop the skills required to meet the challenges ahead. 3 full Ironman finishes, and then now into the ultra distance, 100-mile foot races, being able to finish those. Got one coming up at the end of this year with a bigger goal to get into Badwater. But it's all developing the skills required to meet the challenges. And when you have framework, you have people, you have coaches, you have the things, it's all possible. Okay. It's all possible. and, appreciating the process, appreciating today, believing in that big future, believing that we're going to be able to achieve these things. And then just really connecting deeply with others along the way is really what the journey is all about.